Hey everyone, Pastor Steve here. And after watching and listening to my sermon online with my family on Sunday, I just felt kind of unsettled about it, like like I'd missed it, like it was off, which is a bad feeling, by the way. And kind of lingered throughout the day, and then yesterday I went out and took a walk in the sunshine, which was great, and felt the same way, and just pulled my phone out and recorded some thoughts I had about it. And I've struggled with whether to, post it and send something to you with regard to that. And ran it by my wife this morning, and she said, if you feel inclined to do it, why don't you do it? So that's what I'm going to do. And instead of trying to recreate my thoughts from yesterday, I'm just going to play it for you off of my phone here. Hey, everybody, and particularly New Life Gehanna. Pastor Steve here, and I just feel compelled, I think, by the Lord to offer you an apology. And has to do with the sermon I gave for our Gehanna congregation yesterday. The Lord, in His ways, has made it pretty clear to me that it was a good message, but the wrong timing. And I'm not apologizing for the biblical content of the sermon, but it's just become clear to me that it wasn't the right sermon for yesterday, for where we're at right now. And I think what happened is I let my desire to return to some semblance of normalcy to override better judgment. And so the last thing I want to be as a pastor is tone deaf to the needs of the people. And it's become evident to me that I was that to some degree in my sermon yesterday to you at Gehanna. And so I am sorry. I truly am. Those of you who benefited from it, great. But I think there were a number of you who it wasn't what you needed to hear from your pastor yesterday. So for you, I ask you to take that sermon and file it away for a future date, for future reference, when it will be more applicable to you. But for now, I just need to ask for some grace from you. And I want to offer you a replacement sermon for yesterday's sermon. And it's very short. And it does have a couple points. And the first one is, by the grace of God, we're going to get through this together. It's going to be hard. Many of us are going to take some hits. I know a number of you have experienced now a reduction in your work and in loss of income, and it's a tough time. And there's some of you all of a sudden became homeschool parents, and that was not your intention, and it's a hard time. But I'm telling you, we're going to get through this by the grace of God. And my second point is that the church exists for such a time as this. I believe that, and particularly to care for one another and help each other get through such a time as this. So reach out. If you need to talk to me or would like me to pray with you, I'm glad to do that. So thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for grace. By the grace of God, we're going to get through this. And I love you guys. God bless you. So there it is. And I just hope you'll receive that in the spirit in which I'm sending it to you. And I just want to finish by reading some scripture. I've been taking in large gulps of the Psalms these days, and this is one that I read yesterday. It's great. It's Psalm 113. It says, "Praise, O servants of the Lord, praise the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. From the rising of the sun to its setting, the name of the Lord is to be praised. The Lord is high above all nations, His glory above the heavens. Who is like the Lord our God, who is seated on high?" And listen to this now.
And he looks far down on the heavens and on the earth. He raises the poor from the dust, and he lifts the needy from the ash heap, to make them sit with princes, with the princes of his people. And that's just the heart of God for his people. And I so love that about the Lord. So thank you. Till we see each other again, God bless.